Hey y'all, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey guys.
So today we're going to talk about Saweetie. Is that how you say her name?
I think it's Saweetie, but I'm calling her Sweetie.
Saweetie.
Yeah.
And Quavo and that altercation that they have, and then we're going to talk about relationship goals. So go ahead and grab a drink.
Hey, toast with us, guys.
You're listening to Tash and Nix.
A little plastic. Let's get started.
So, during this week, I sent you the Shade Room posted. Well, that's where I seen it at first, and it was like a small clip, and it just showed Quavo like slinging her into the freaking elevator.
Yeah.
And at first we were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I remember, and I was like, "Well, I don't want to rush to judgment because he definitely like kind of flung her back." But I was like, I would like to see what happened before this, and we also didn't know when it happened, etc. Mm-hmm. So I was just like,
I'm getting better, but I definitely rushed to judgment. I was definitely like mad at him, like right off the bat.
Oh, really?
I was like, what the hell? Like he's abusing her or whatever. And then people were making me mad because they were like, oh, that's nothing but who's that? Adrian.
That part is weird.
It's like, oh, it's black love.
Okay,
like no.
He's the last person that should ever talk about black love. Like, we all saw him snatch up his girlfriend, like, in the middle of, I don't know what arena she was at, and absolutely
like
not.
this.
Like
snatch her.
Absolutely not. I'm not taking, that's not love. Like, I don't know why people think that's okay. Like, well, I've had worse done. This is not a competition.
Yeah. What? So I was mad at him at first, but then they showed a longer clip showing before they got the elevator, and it looked like she, like, swung a punch at him. And we still don't really know what was going on up until that point, but to sum it all up, they both kind of look toxic. I don't like.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, from what I saw, I watched it like a million times.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to see, like, it just seemed like maybe she was trying to get him to not leave. And then that's what it seemed like. I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, neither party has addressed it. But clearly, this happened like a year ago. And it's clearly been toxic, like, for a while. So I just don't understand either way how someone could allow that level of like toxicity to just continue on. Like, to me, it's just insane. Like,
yeah, I don't know if they were like fighting over the bag or what was going on, but it looked like when he slung her into the elevator that she tried to get up and get out of the elevator, but he was blocking her. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was so confused about that. Like,
I know one thing: them elevators need some audio.
They do. Like I need audio. I could have turned up anything. I just want to know who the person is that recorded the goddamn altercation and released it a year later. Like,
I tried to Google it, like, with audio, but, like, there's no audio out there at all.
I wonder. I think elevators don't have that. You know what I mean? I think they're only equipped with just the video surveillance part of it. You know, maybe they'll eventually get up with that technology, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know about privacy laws, about recording people without their consent, etc. Yeah. So, but what we do know is that there's, on both sides, something was going on.
Some bullshit going on.
Yeah.
Both of them they don't need to be together, that's for
Keep
sure.
your hands to yourself. Like, what?
Mm-mm. Did you like them as a couple initially?
I'm going to be honest with you, I was never like I wasn't like super excited about it or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Like, I told my sister one time, I was like, I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But I never really invested time in their relationship, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked them as a couple.
Yeah.
I thought they were cute. I was kind of surprised when they had broken up. I wasn't surprised about him allegedly cheating. Like, that's not surprising when it's celebrities and he's a rapper and stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember her saying something like, knowing her worth, allowing things to happen for so long. I mean, and the truth is that I feel like a lot of times men make us seem so crazy. Like, we're just this and that. We're jealous and we're this and that. But you drove us crazy. Like, I hate that narrative like that. I'm not saying it can't be the case. Yeah. But I just feel like
some women are crazy.
Yeah, because some women are absolutely blamed. Yeah. But like, sometimes it's like, you drove me to this point. Especially if like you're in a high, like, a highly publicized relationship and your significant other is cheating on you. That's tough, you know? And it's like, dang, you're out here making me look like a fool in front of people. Again, we don't know if that's the case with them, but I'm just saying in general.
We don't even know if he cheated for sure, so
yeah,
it's all just alleged, what she was saying, what he was saying, so it's always his side, her side, and the truth.
Do you think in the facts, do you think in like celebrity. What is wrong with me? Celebrity relationships. When they break up, do you think people side more with the female or the male?
Yeah. I think it just depends. When it's cases like this, when it looks like there's some type of physical abuse,
Yeah.
I think a lot of
course, yeah.
women, of course, were automatically siding with Saweetie.
Yeah, they were.
And they jumped to that conclusion without really seeing the full story. We still don't know the full story. We never will.
And we won't. Like,
yeah, I do think, but I remember when Chris Brown and Karrueche broke up, it seemed like a lot of people sided with Chris Brown.
They did.
Yeah.
And it made me really sad because I liked her. I didn't really know much about her in general, but people were mean to her in general. Like, you know, they were just really harsh on her even while she dated him, you know? So that was stupid. I think that's another side of dating a celebrity. Like, people will attack you, you know, and it's not fair. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I seen where, like, she got some type of deal, and I was wondering if you thought this was kind of, like, ironic.
Oh, Saweetie did?
Yeah. Let me scroll past the millions of pictures I took of myself. It says, Warner Chappell Music formally extends publishing deal with Saweetie. So I thought it was kind of ironic that, like, this whole altercation didn't stop her from getting that, because usually when it's a guy, like, if he had endorsements through Nike, they would have dropped him really quick.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of unfair in this situation, that she seems to kind of just be skating on. Nobody's really, like, pressing her about her part in it.
Correct. Again, I just don't know. I mean, I didn't see him as that type of person, honestly. Again, I don't know. Like, I remember I got in an altercation before, but it was because I was provoked prior to that. So people could have seen just a part of me responding and be like, oh, what's wrong with her? But they didn't see that before I was threatened. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, who knows, you know? And I would hope that all parties know how to keep their hands to themselves. But you never know. Because we do know people who have been in abusive relationships, and it was the woman who was the abuser. So,
no. I've been out somewhere and seen, like, a boyfriend and girlfriend, and, like, the girl, like, smack him in the face.
Jesus.
Hella hard, like, backhand the shit out of him.
That's not funny, but
it's not. And it's like,
that's a whole man.
Yeah.
Like,
and he didn't do anything back. Like, he, like, restrained her, but he didn't try to hit her back or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or remember when oh my God, this is a minute back when I lived in Pearland, and you'd gone out, like, on a date. That guy, his friend was there with his girlfriend, they got in a fight.
Man, let me tell y'all. So I was on a date. Well, I was excited. I was coming to Houston. I was on a date. It was like 2 years ago or so. And I invited Tash out. It was an after-hour spot. And there was some, I'm going to talk about the other part that leading up to that in another episode. But let's just get back to when we finally got to the after-hour spot. So, yeah, we go, we're drinking, having a good time, kind of. But I don't think you knew that there was any tension with the situation beforehand, because he let me know that the girl, his friend's girlfriend worked there. She was like a bottle girl. And he had let me know that they were already kind of into it, and I was like, well, why are we going here then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I didn't really understand, but I was a little confused, but okay, whatever. Yeah. So Tashay left, right? And like right after she left, it went down. Like, I was mortified. Like, they were getting into it in the section, and I was like, can you tell them to maybe, like, people are looking at us, you know? So then literally as soon as we go back into the little area where no one can see us, like, she's in his face. She's like, he called her a thought. He's like, I should have never messed with no thought. And she looked at him, and she, like, took her two little fingers like this, and she punched, like, right in the face. And I was like, oh. And then they started, like, going at him. I mean, I tried to hold him back. I literally had both arms around one of his arms, because that's how big he was. He was like 6'4", like muscular, and she's like my height. You know what I'm saying? And a little smaller, like girl. But I was so drunk at that point, and I was like, the guy was with him, like, get your friend. Like, what the hell? And so, like, I was super drunk. I'm like, does she not have friends? Like, I'm confused. So I, like, crouched down while she's on the ground crying, and I'm like, now, you need to get out of this situation. I don't know you. I just met you tonight. But you shouldn't have hit him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? So I'm assuming this is something that normally goes on because they were back together again like the next week. So you know what?
Course.
Don't listen to me. Like, do what you want. You know.
Man, I really think some people love being in like toxic relationships like that.
It's like an addiction to sadness and chaos. Like
it's like they're addicted to the drama of it or something.
No thanks. Like
no thanks.
And if they really, really, really were in tune with themselves emotionally, it actually doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Like, your energy is drained. You never know when the next time it's going to happen again. It's just like you may be addicted to that, but at the same time, you should really listen to like your body, your emotions. Like, something's wrong with you. It's therapy time. Like,
So, like, a lot of people consider Saweetie and Quavo, I'm saying her name so weird. Saweetie and Quavo, like, relationship goals. They've seen him buying her the Birkin bags and spending money on her and stuff like that. Is there a couple that you thought were relationship goals and you found out, like, this wasn't what it seemed to be on social media?
So I'm going to be real with you. I don't really look at people as relationship goals. There's only one, but I'll talk about that later. But one I was surprised about was Tisha Campbell and her husband Dwayne Martin, and a lot of messy stuff got aired, like he was cheating on her, and they've been together for such a long time. I didn't even know they were married that long, and so it just kind of surprised me. Like, it had me taken aback a little bit. Like, damn, they weren't my goals necessarily, but it was just like kind of a great thing to hear about, like, a marriage, especially in the limelight, that was surviving. What about you? Do you have any like that kind of shocked you? But that was like your relationship goal?
Oh, yeah. I used to love Will and Jada Smith. And then, as we all know, the whole entanglement shit happened. And I was shocked by that. I was like, wow, they've been together for a long time. And, like, especially being, like, both celebrities, like, in Hollywood, how long they've been together is, like, being together for 1 billion years. Yeah. So I was like, damn.
That was
that's
shocking.
Going on behind the scenes.
It was a lot, and I think she got a lot of flack for that, too.
She did, yeah.
She was very honest and open. I don't think that they really divulged or delved into, like, anything prior to that happening, because we don't know what could have happened before she turned, because she was saying she wasn't getting what she was supposed to be getting at home. But either way it goes, that was a shocker to me, too.
Yeah, and apparently, like, he was cheating, too. Like, it wasn't just her, or they had, like... It seemed like they had, like, an open marriage for a while.
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah. I don't get the point of having an open
Just
marriage.
don't be married. Like...
Yeah. Just don't.
I mean, to each his own. We could try to tell someone to her blue in the face, like, you shouldn't accept that. But, you know what? Yeah. I've learned my lesson on stuff like that, so...
Yeah. I mean, we both love Russell and Sierra Wilson. Don't fellas, guys. Don't
I love them so much just because, like... First of all, they get so much hate, and it really irritates me. Yeah. But Sierra, she just seems like she just has this really good spirit, and just like she's like light to me. Like, I'll watch her posts and stuff, and it just seems so delighted, and like she's like lighthearted about everything. And I mean, who doesn't want a relationship like that? He clearly always talks about his love for her. She does the same as well, and the way that he loves their son, her first child, is astronomical to me, because that's not his biological child, but you wouldn't know it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
at all.
Love it. So they're not like I don't look to them as a goal, but I admire what they have. Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely seem like they have, like, real solid love. So
they really do. I wonder, like, to me, do you have, like, a goal, like, a relationship goal in terms of, like, your life? Like, besides your grandma and your grandpa, have you ever had, like, anyone else, like, even in a marriage, or just someone that you, like, I'm not sure how active you were in the church, but, like, your pastor and his wife, or, stuff like that? No. I mean...
Yeah, definitely nobody in... Yeah, I remember one time we had a pastor that actually cheated on his wife.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
Yeah, it does happen all the time.
People idolize that too. Not just celebrity relationships. They idolize church relationships, and they're not perfect.
Still preaching today.
Yep. I know something like that too. Like, he addressed the whole congregation about how he literally had an outside child with this woman. And I was just like, this is trash. Like, what? Like, a mess. Like,
Yeah, that's a different podcast for another day.
I know, because I cannot. We do need to touch base on idolizing people in the church and etc. Religion.
The only true relationships goals I ever had were my grandparents. They were married for over 50 years, had a very successful marriage. But even with them, everybody's marriage is different.
True.
So just because my marriage may not align exactly with the way theirs went, doesn't mean it would be a bad one.
Yeah, you know true. And times are different and things
way different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Way different.
I feel like, to me, I look to real examples of relationships so that I can know what to look forward to, what to look out for, what to do in a certain situation. I think it's a good idea if you are trying to be in a relationship or married to maybe have good people that are showing you a good relationship or a good marriage. You don't want to talk to your best friend who's, you know what I'm saying, allows her boyfriend to cheat. Don't talk to her.
Girl, just let him cheat. You know what? Maybe you're not the right person.
Remember that girl said that?
Yeah, what was her name?
She was on Bad Girls Club. Megan James, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She's like, what did she say? Cheating respectfully. It's disrespectful.
I hope that doesn't become a thing. Yeah,
it's a thing. You know it's a thing. Mm. People just look the other way. Absolutely fucking not. No, I can't.
Also, relationship goals shouldn't be somebody buying you a fucking Birkin bag.
Never.
Those type of things mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah. The only goal, in my opinion, should not be materialistic. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're let's buy a house together, that's a goal, I guess. But, you should really just want to be treated better.
Treated well.
I can't.
Does he check on me? Does he ask me if I'm okay? Does he make sure I made it home safe? Not eat it from the Birkin bag. Especially if he has money to get everybody a Birkin bag. It's not special.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
He can get anybody who wants a Birkin bag, so it's not anything major.
I ain't never had a Birkin bag, but I wouldn't be super excited. I don't know. I get more excited about the emotional side of a relationship versus anything else. Being
something that's long lasting. You can keep the Birkin bag. I don't need all that.
It's facts, because at the end of the day, you strip away all that shit. Yeah. What do you guys have left? Just the two of you staring at each other. Yeah. Toxic.
And then he taking the Birkin bag back.
Didn't he take the car that he gave her back?
I think he did. He's petty. I guess if it's in his name, he has that right, because technically he really never gave it to her. He was just letting her drive it. If it's in his name, it's still his car. If he would have gave it as a gift,
I thought it was
completely, he bought it, then technically you can't really take it back.
The truth is, I think for me, peace is worth everything. So it's go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She can buy herself a freaking car.
Yeah, she's good.
Do you have anybody in your life, just personally, that you think are relationship goals?
It's weird because I feel when I was married, I had a lot of married friends. Mm-hmm. But when I became single, those married friends kind of just are no longer my friends anymore, And I don't know if it's because we just don't have anything in common. I don't know if there's married versus singles, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was really weird to me. But it seems once I got divorced, my friends divorced me too. But they weren't really my friends. We were just literally friends through marriage, through our, our husbands knowing each other or whatever. But, no, I just feel actually, you know what? My boyfriend's, his dad, his mom and dad were married, and then they got a divorce when he was young, and he was remarried. And I love their relationship. It is the sweetest thing ever. They're just meant for each other. She's his stepmom. He doesn't even call her stepmom. That's basically another one of his moms. He's known her since he was 3 or something like that. Or maybe a little bit older. Don't quote me on that. But no, I love the way that they're very loving to each other, respectful of each other. They literally give each other 3 kisses before they leave.
Wow.
I know. And it is, but it's so cute. They're older,
Yeah.
And they're
they're older, yeah.
Yeah, they're older. They're I think they're way older. I think his dad is 70. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a time they wanted to give each other 3 punches. So
I don't know, man. You have to meet them. They are really
They're probably way past the bullshit at this point, like getting through everything.
Yeah, and they're just so sweet and kind and welcoming. And I know that he models what he wants his future to look like by them, So I think that's not necessarily a relationship goal, but I absolutely would maybe look towards them for counsel if I needed it in the future.
Yeah.
If they got that far. I hope,
Yeah.
But no, nobody really anymore in my real life. I mean, I talk to you guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's something that I really want advice on, I'll speak to my siblings or I'll speak to you about it. I really don't have anybody else to talk to.
Honestly. I know, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, when you get married, you shouldn't have single friends. But it's like, what do you do?
That's not true.
Are we supposed to get married with you? Or,
yeah.
Like,
what?
Like,
and I feel like I have respectful enough friends, you know what I'm saying, that wouldn't get me in a really fucked up situation or wouldn't, like, like, you and I don't even like to tear the club up, till 3 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, we will go to bed at 9. Like, so I feel like I'm not the type of person that would want that, but I do feel like sometimes when people get married, their single friends no longer want to be, friends with you anymore, or even in, like, serious relationships, you're not asked to go places, you're not, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, but to me, I just feel like if you're my friend, you should be my friend regardless. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I mean, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you do have, like, a duty to keep your friends out of your relationship business to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you should just be telling them everything or anytime you have a fight or disagreement or,
There's very private things that should only be kept between you and your spouse, or you and your significant other. But if it's, like, something that really needs work or help, I would just suggest you go to someone who is knowledgeable. Like I said, I would probably go to someone who is married or going through that's in a really good marriage in a really good spot, and we could talk it through.
Yeah. And it's like, if you have good friends, they're not going to be a hater because you found somebody. They're going to be happy for you.
Exactly.
They're going to want you to have a healthy relationship.
Correct.
It's not like when you see me, I'm like, Nicole, did you guys fight this week?
Oh, yeah.
You should break up with them.
Yeah. But you know what, Tasha? There are people like that, and that's one thing you will realize and find out. You will also find people who are jealous of that situation, and so you just got to be like, you got to look for signs of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if your friend is not happy that you're happy, then they will probably actively work to destroy what you have tried to build. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important to also keep other people out your business. Now, disclaimer, if you come to me as a friend and tell me that your man is abusing you, I will not say out of your business. And I'm saying this from personal experience. I've had this a few times. One friend of which got mad at me. We don't talk to this day. But the truth of the matter is that I helped you escape one abusive relationship, and you got right into another one. And I'm not gonna. What kind of friend would I be if I didn't tell you that you deserve better? Like, come on, So to me, like, that is just inexcusable. If you talk to me about your man cheating on you, and I tell you, hey, you should leave him, and then he cheats on you again, and then has another child again outside of your relationship, stop talking to me. Because I told him, like, don't talk to me about this anymore, because I already told you what you should do, and you're staying with him, so then just leave me out of it. Because he ended up getting mad at me, because I told her to leave him. And she was like, well, I'm just saying. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, y'all both crazy. You know what? I'm good. Like, nah. So, some people are toxic and they love that shit. Yeah. They love it there. So, stay there.
I won't get involved to the point where it's, like, starting to piss me off, because this is your life. And if you want to stay, then stay. I'm just going to tell you my opinion. Hey, I think you deserve better. I think you should leave. If you want to stay, it's up to you. But, like, I also don't want to hear about it every other day if that's what you're going to choose to do.
That used to be my problem. And I had to learn to let situations that I have no control over go. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn the hard way, because when I love a friend, I really, truly love them, and I hope the best for them. And if you're telling me someone's hurting you or harming you, I'm going to be upset, as I should be. Yeah. So, you know what? If you're not going to leave them, don't tell me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You already know what my solution is, so
don't
tell me anything the fuck else, because you're not leaving.
I mean, it's facts. Like, and I told her that, and she was mad at me. Okay. I don't tell you. Can't help you there, sis.
That's how it ends up happening. That's why I'm just like, you know what? Okay, don't talk to me about this anymore.
Yeah. After he had, like, the second baby, I was just like,
on her?
Yes. It's too bad. You know, like, after the first baby, like, it was a mess. And she got upset. And she's like, I'm not gonna, he can't have anything to do with that baby. I'm like, you are so dead ass wrong right now. And then she got mad at me because she was wrong. Like, you can't do that. It's not okay.
Not the baby's fault.
I'm like, the baby didn't ask me here, goddamn. Like, Jesus. But, you know, like, again, I learned my lesson in that relationship, that friendship, and it lasted a long time, and it ended really because of that. I was over it, you know, and it is what it is.
Dang. Do you think Saweetie and Quavo will get back together, though?
Mm-mm. It's too... Well, then again...
Well, I think if this whole elevator thing wouldn't have come out, it would be a possibility that they would have got back together. Now they're going to look crazy.
I think the thing is, marriage is different than relationships. Like, I know y'all remember that Cardi B and the other Migo. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be
Offset?
rude. Yes. Is it Offset?
Yeah, it's Offset.
You know, they got into their stuff. They broke up like a few times, you know what I'm saying? But a marriage is different than a relationship.
Yeah.
I think cheating is cheating no matter what you're in. But maybe I would think differently if I was married. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me. And I might just run you over with my car. I don't know. But I think in this instance, they won't get back together just because it's not a marriage. You know, she's young. She can find other, and he's, you know, they're both successful, but, you know, he's rich. He can find another one. Like,
true.
I don't think so. Do you think they will? You said yeah.
No, maybe not. I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Like a couple months from now, when they're like, "Oh, we got couples counseling and we're doing so good." I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I
guess nothing shocks. So I guess overall, should we idolize celebrity relationships?
Hell no.
Facts. I agree with that.
At all.
You definitely should not. You need to keep it close to home, like go to somebody else, but not celebrities.
Is that all we got from this today, Nicole?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Let us know what you think about it in the comments yourself as well. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? We don't care if you don't. But
what celebrity relationships do you idolize?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah. See you next week for another conversation.
Bye, guys.
Bye.